Hi guys, Shaquita here from Crown Me Quita, and this is another video from my Vlogmas 2020 series. Today, we will be making bracelets out of yarn. But first, let's get into this intro. So today is day 3 of our 12 days until Christmas activities. And this activity is being led by Nabria. So literally, if you want to follow along, all you'll need is a clipboard, some scissors, and some Christmas colored string. At least how many, Bria?
How many?
But what's the minimum amount that they need?
4.
You need at least 4 strings. Okay.
Yeah.
So see you in the next clip.
Step 1. You got 2. Hold on, I gotta find the end.
You gotta talk louder than that.
Unravel it however long you want. It's no desired length. I'm gonna do this long. Then I take it and I...
Don't cut my chair. So step 1, we take the first piece of yarn and we cut our desired length.
Wait, where did the end go, Mom? So I just did 2 of this one color. So now you're gonna do 2 of each of these colors.
So,
same length.
So step 1. So essentially you're gonna take each piece of yarn and cut out 2 pieces the same length of each color of yarn, correct?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna do that and then we will be back. So at this point, Nabria and I have both taken every color of yarn that we were going to use and we have cut 2 strings per color. And we cut them all the same length.
Oh, this is really
So
cool.
here we are.
Then you take them and make sure the tops of them are aligned together, like so. And you're going to take it and scrunch it all together, like this. And you're going to tie a knot. You need to make it long enough so that you can braid it like this.
Oh, so, wow, I don't think I cut my yarn long enough.
Like this much.
This is going to be a bracelet for Zanaya.
No, well, I think we're good. Your wrist about the same size as mine, so. And this knot is always hard to do. Okay. And a knot. Don't make it really tight to the point where you can't take it out. So once you tie the knot, put it under the clipboard. Now, put one set of colors on this side, the other set of colors on this side. So that your mirrored colors are on separate sides and they won't mix together.
And I've already taken liberty in doing mine. Yeah.
So you take your first string and make a 4. Let me show y'all. So this is, hold it with your thumb and make a 4. Then you're going to go under and pull this through so it's like a loop. And you're going to do that twice. 4. Pull it through. Go to the next string. Do a 4. Hold on, that's tangled. Pull it through. 4. Pull through. Next one.
So she's using a white string to tie every other string.
And it has to be 2 knots. Whoops.
I kind of wish I wouldn't have chose 5 colors now.
Yeah, now it's a lot.
I'm about to take some away from mine. Dang.
Ooh, my arm getting tired. Hold on, y'all. You just do this all the way down. So y'all can keep watching till I get to the end. Pick your next one.
We should have just had one of each color.
Yeah, but it's because we thought we was doing chevron.
Yeah. So FYI, if you're doing the stripe bracelet, you do not have to have
this many
colors. You can have one of each color unless you want a thick bracelet. I want a thick bracelet, so I'm happy I kept them then. I take that back. Because your girl making her first bracelet. Ew.
And then lastly is the white. 1, 2. And then once you stop, leave that one at the end and go to the next one.
And so now you're going to take the green
all the
string
way down,
and tie 2 4 knots with each color with the green string.
Yep, and you're going to go all the way down, leave down here. Next one, all the way down, leave it in the end. So eventually, the first one you started with is going to end up over here.
Okay. So we're going to do that for a little bit, and then we'll come back and touch bases. Deuces.
Kick rocks. So this is how mine's is turning out so far. Ooh, cute, cute.
I don't know how I keep ending up on red. Real. So you clowning my bracelet? Stop clowning my bracelet.
What did you do?
I don't know.
What did you do? This is mine.
I feel like I keep...
We got her.
It's a bracelet. So here's my final bracelet. After I finished tying the knots to the desired length that I wanted, I braided the ends and tied knots in it. It's not the best looking bracelet, I ain't gonna hold you, but it was my first time and I'm proud of it. So stay tuned for the next clip to see how it looks on my arm. So day 4 of our 12 days of Christmas activities just consisted of me, number 1, finishing my Christmas bracelet because it was too much to finish in one night. And number 2, we were intentional about writing down our words that we are expecting God to work in our lives during 2020. So if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, every year our church chooses a word that our pastor chooses a word for our church that God laid on his heart that we would be trusting God to work in. And for our church as a whole, the word was favor. And at the end of every year, we do an offering. And so this year, our words are as follows, as you can see in this picture. And so my Christmas activity was really just getting these words written down because I feel like when we write them down, like you write the vision and you make it clear. And now we're just going to describe to you or explain to you, why we chose these words. I'll start. My word for last year, it was available. We just used the same block since, it was church from home. Last year, the word was available, and the word God gave me last year was proclaim. And this year, I felt like God was giving me 2 words. And the first word he gave me was action, and the second word he gave me was power. And the reason I say God gave me these words because really I have a hard time choosing a word. And so every year I start praying in advance to like a month in advance, asking God, okay, please show me how you want to work in my life. What word sums up how you want to work in my life in this upcoming year? And so I got action, but then I got power, and those 2 words stuck with me. And I'm just really believing God, really in all aspects of that word, putting action behind the steps that he called me to take. And, there is also action when it comes to faith. And then there's action when God says stay, and there's action when God says go. And in every way that I will be taking action, I will be doing so through the power that God filled me with through the Holy Spirit. And my husband's word is health. He's not here to explain that, but I think he chose that word pretty much for the health of his family. Our daughter has diabetes, and there's some other health issues in our family that our very, very close loved ones deal with. So I believe that he chose that word not only for himself and his daughter, but for other family members who hold a special place in his heart. And next we have Nabria's word. So Nabria, she's a type 1 diabetic. Last year her word was routine, and really just God worked on all aspects of that in creating a new routine for school because she went back into the public school system, even though they ended up virtual again. And then creating some routines so that we could better control her diabetes. So she ended up getting a constant glucose monitor in addition to her Omnipod. And so now her word this year is diabetes free. And I don't know how God is going to work in this, but I'm excited to see. And de jour, well, he can explain his word. He's right here.
Yeah, I chose the word balance, especially being in college. It's hard for me to balance my faith and my academics, and I was starting to fall away a lot. It's a liberal arts school, so they explore a bunch of different subjects like philosophy, psychology, social studies, arts, and all that, science. And I had atheist professor and all that stuff. You know how that stuff goes, and it was making me fall away, putting a strain on my faith. But I feel like I'm finding a balance now between the two, a healthy balance as a college student.
Yeah. So these are our words that we're trusting God to work in for 2020. And I have them displayed right here where we would watch TV upstairs in our lounge. It's just a great reminder. And I feel like displaying these words somewhere where we're always and constantly reminded of it just reminds us of the great ways that God has been working in our lives using these words. So, yeah, that's it for day 4. See you tomorrow.